So just got a new TPS sensor. Let's hope it fixes it.
Diag, Ricky Diag.
So where's the key?
What is it, Ricky Whips?
Ricky Whips.
Ricky Whips
key.
Throttle position sensor diagnosis.
Alrighty.
Checking it?
Yeah. Should be good.
Pins are in the right spot, plugged in.
Pins are in the right spot, repinned it.
Is the throttle cable hooked up?
No. I lost the that brass end that tightens down with the little Allen, so I'm gonna have to buy another one, which is unfortunate.
Brass is pulling high premium these days.
I know. It's the same what is it called? Same throttle cable I had with the LS car.
Oh really?
Same one.
Is it a low car?
Yep. But they have like a black sheathing around it, which looks way better than like just like a bare aluminum one.
The stainless steel braided?
Yeah, because I don't think that would look good in here. Because everything else is all black.
It's completely blacked out. You can't put
No.
chrome through your engine bay.
I would never.
Because my spinning rims spin counterclockwise.
I know. I mean, I've every time since I had the engine, I always noticed this little dent, and I didn't think anything of it.
I told you that. We got that.
I know, but I mean,
I thought it was when we were we were loading in the truck. We hit it.
no, I mean,
Like when remember we were playing with it.
no, it was in there. I had that dent pretty much since I.
But I'm saying when we were testing it at work, when we first put it in, we looked at it and we're like, could it be that sensor? And then
I know, but then I bought the other one. If you look at the difference, is there two sensors there?
There's over here.
Yeah. Now sweep them. They sweep in opposite directions.
Is that what it is?
See? Opposite directions, right?
So that's why it didn't read on here.
Well, no, that's why I couldn't install the eBay one. The eBay one didn't install. It kept locking up because the way it sweeps,
Is it opposite?
it's the opposite. So I was fighting it.
I would have had that going.
Now you would have been cranking on
yeah,
it.
I'd be hammering that thing. Come on now. Make it work. Are you ready?
I know this computer takes forever to boot up. Forever.
I need one of them fancy computers.
Like what? Nah, you could use this.
Yeah.
This is our tuning computer. I literally just bought this for
Put
the.
some Ollie software in there for me?
Yeah, I literally only bought this for. It was like $100 on like Black Friday. So I said, "Yeah, buying that."
Done deal.
Because I broke my girl's computer trying to install the Infinity software. Yeah, I felt pretty bad. Look at that. Oh,
What we got?
0.01. So then we go to setup. Wizards.
Randy Gizzard.
Setup wizard. What we got for voltage? Remember last time it was at. Look at that.
What we got?
We got 0.8. 0.8 volts.
That's better than 5 that we have for the past 2.5 years.
Yeah, I know. Go wide open.
You ready?
Wide open.
No way. You gonna do something?
Wide open. Like, hold it.
Hold it.
Yeah, hold it. Just holding it.
Holding it.
All right. Yeah, we got 405. I'll keep holding it.
I'm holding it. I ain't that strong. It's gonna be forever though.
All right, you're good. All right. So now we got now we're at 0%. Now go. Yeah, it's working.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Bleeding?
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
Whole time it was a
Yeah, it was
sensor.
like 2 years for a $100 sensor. How much was it?
It was $100.
$100 to the door. What's that?
Crank it.
We should have stolen them.
All right. So now I want to try the cranking fuel table. So right now we're at that.
I smell fuel though.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Might be just because I opened the intake.
Probably.
Did we try to run this on throttle body cleaner?
Possibly.
That might be just what I smell.
No, I've tried to crank it.
Oh really?
Yeah. So right now we're at what? What the coolant temp? Or 64. All right, try to see if it does anything.
Throttle or start?
Yeah, throttle. No, like.
This bark fire at me again.
Hopefully not. Ready? So, if anybody's wondering how to simply wire up a little race car, It's actually really easy. This may not be the best way to do it, but the way I thought about doing it kind of made the most sense to me. So I'll start off. I gotta flick over real quick. Hopefully don't drop the GoPro. Alrighty, so I'm upside down now. So I started off, main battery cable coming up. It ties in to this singular cable going to my switch block, and then that switch panel has 3 legs on it. One's for the starter right here, and then we have the, pretty sure that's, yeah, that's my power block. Then we got power block, and then we got alternator charge cable, the actual charge on the alternator. So then it goes to my power block, and then my power block feed going in, and we have an output to my relay box. So that gets power pretty much when this switch is on. So I can pretty much turn these on whenever the car is on. Because I'm probably gonna, in the car, when I turn, every time I turn the car like off and park it, I'll be switching this off. So yeah, I got other legs. Like I have one for switch panel, same thing. One going to the my ignition switch hot side, so that gets that I use the factory key. I can show that in a little bit. And then I just got outputs. So I got output to ignition switch, battery charge, and then the dash is the red one. And then we have starter, crank, and then this brown one is a ground for my igniter. Right over here. Ground of the igniter. I might try to get a better ground on that. And then we just tied into the wiring specialties harness. They utilize the factory, like I think an X28 connector. So I tied into that. So I got this yellow and black is the start. And we have ignition switch is this green one. And this blue one is the battery charge, and then the purple and green right there, that's the fuel pump outlet from the ECU. So the ECU controls fuel pump. It's got a designated relay, and all for the ECU and the, oh Jesus, and the fuel pump, ECU fuel pump. So if you go over here, I'm utilizing the factory key. So the factory key gets a constant power, and then a switched position 1, and then a position, well, I use the position 2, and then the position start. So then I'm able to use the key instead of using the switch, because I mean switches are cool, but to start a car, I mean I don't want to lose the key and then lose the because I still have the factory steering column, so I'll lose the steering lock. So then I can use the stock switch to power the car up, and then it still has that starter circuit operating normally. Super easy to wire up, super duper easy. So that switched power from the ignition switch goes to that purple one. The green is the ignition, and then the purple is the actual starter signal, and then that energizes the relay, and then that goes to the output, which is purple again, and then I believe green again, yeah. And green goes to my ECU, powers ECU and all that fun stuff. And yeah, it's one way to quickly wire up a race car. I mean, super simple. I'll wire up lights and all that stuff later. I'll probably use it if one of these switches. And I got a turn signal relay, just so a little flasher relay I could wire up, so I can still utilize my factory turn signal switch. If you don't know, E36 wiring is probably like 60 pounds, not 60, no, it's really heavy. I don't know, I haven't measured it, but it was super heavy for factory wiring, and you don't use pretty much any of those wires when you got a car like this. And yeah, I say it was well worth it. Simplify it, and everything's easy to get to. I know I didn't talk about this, but the E36 is running a, if I can get this flashlight on. So I did the reinforced rear subframe mount, and then I did condor bushings on the subframe, the diff, and I did the upgraded 14mm bolt. It's on, I think, SPC, or yeah, I think SPC lower camber arms, stock fuel tank with -6 fuel lines from pump all the way, and then all the way back. All -6, it's running a, I think it's a Warl, I can never say that word, 485. I do plan on running on E. I got a flex sensor in here. So the harness, when I bought it, when I bought the harness, it came with the flex sensor connector. So I was like, you know what, I'll plumb it in. And if you buy this, if you have a JZ and you buy this, I don't know, it's like 3D printed flex fuel sensor mount. It literally bolts right up to the JZ intake manifold perfectly. I didn't even have to trim it or nothing. I just put 2 bolts in and it was done. So then I just had my feed coming up, going directly to the rail right here with a little fuel pressure sensor right to a bolt-on radium rail. We'll see how this goes. I'm not really sure how this is going to work or how much it's going to flow, but we shall find out. And then it goes return going to the flex sensor and then right back down to the tank. So yeah, I just put fire sleeve over all of them just because, I don't know, engine bay, real hot. I mean, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I got the Chase Bays booster delete. Looks so good, and I was having a little issue right here where my booster was hitting my intake manifold. So I said, you know what? I don't really want to deal with any issues. I'll just get this and see how it is. I mean, I haven't seen that many complaints about it. I mean, people say you just gotta like kind of reteach your brain how to brake, so you don't really brake with the tip of your foot. You brake with the center of your foot. So I mean, it's something I'll just learn myself, experience, and just getting used to the car. I mean, cars manual brakes too. Obviously, every brake system's valved differently, but I drove that car and it was fine. Made this little carbon plate just because factor fuse box is just huge. And once it gets back from, once I get it, I want to get it started before I send it to the powder coater, the fabricator, to get the downpipe, intercooler, rad mounted. I got, even off the thermostat housing, -16 coolant lines, just to make it better. I don't know. I just wanted no spared expenses on this build. So yeah.